Episode 8 of the Nick and Kristen in the podcast. And no, I don't think we're changing the name. I think it's too late. It's too late now. And people complain about it so much that they remembered the name and now it sticks.
Yeah, that's fine. I would make one suggestion. I don't think you have to tell everybody what episode it is.
No, you don't think?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Well, I think we're getting to the point now where it's like,
I mean, it's only 8 episodes.
Number 1742. It's like, all right, just.
I don't know. I feel like they do that
to another episode.
And all the podcasts, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. Well, fine. Hi to the Nick and Kristen in the podcast.
It's okay. You don't have to say it again. We're good.
I feel like people need to know.
What do you got on tap for today, Nick?
I feel like you don't need to say that. It's a very unprofessional way to get into a topic, Kristen.
Okay.
Just start talking. Come up with a conversation.
So, yeah. What would you like to talk about today, Nick?
So my pour is starting to show.
I know. Same.
Now that we've been unemployed for quite a while, I started getting creative again. Like before.
In terms of what?
Well, before, like when you start to get money, you start to stop having to do poor people things, like eating. It's showing in my food choices as of now. Because before I was like, oh, we'll just order DoorDash.
Yeah.
And that was my splurge, so we could pay an extra fee to get some food in. And now it's come to the point where like I'm now concocting things in the pantry based on what we have left so that I don't have to go shopping.
Right. Yeah.
And I was amazed at the pour that I tapped into.
Okay.
And I'm gonna take this back into my employment years with me because it was so good.
You liked it that much.
It was so good that I'm like, this is something that I'm going to do every time this situation occurs. So we bought a whole chicken that like the pre-made rotisserie chickens that you can get. And I ate most of it because that was my lunch/dinner one day because it was $7. I was like, I'm just eating the chicken. I didn't make anything with it. I just ate the chicken. And I left like one breast left of the chicken. I put that aside. And since we leftovers now, because that's the first step in not throwing anything away, like, we would just, give it like, I don't know, what do you guys want?
I was 2 days old. Forget it.
Yuck. Which feels wasteful. And I know. But now I started to eat the leftovers. I have ramen noodles because they had a sale at Safeway. Mm-hmm. It was like 10 for $1. And so I was like, okay. So I bought 30 of them.
Good.
And so now I'm tapping into those, and I had a chicken one and a chicken breast. I was like, oh, these two are going to go great together. And I went like the extra mile. So I made the chicken ramen, and I was like, oh, well, I've got this chicken breast with chicken skin on it, and I've got eggs. So
my God.
I know. I call it the beginning and end ramen. So I get it I had the egg boil with the ramen.
Sure.
And then I shredded the chicken halfway through, threw it in so it could boil and get warm and add the chickeny flavor to it. But I peeled the skin off first, and I threw the skin into the air fryer to fry that and make it super crispy. And then I like poured it all into a bowl, cracked the egg open. So I was eating the chicken, and the chicken.
Yeah.
And then I crumpled the skin on top. Bro, it was so damn good.
Well, that's
it was
good.
The chicken skin had so much flavor that it like made it all like pop and come together. And in total, that meal was like $3.
Yeah.
Why am I buying steak anymore? Like, why did I ever buy salmon?
Well, because I won't eat that.
No, you have to eat that. I think that you should try it. You don't like ramen? Like the little
no, it's just you're talking to somebody that doesn't love chicken.
That's true.
And so when you're like, oh, it's the most chickeny of the chickeny flavored things, it's like, well, none of that appeals to me.
You like chicken. You just don't like the raw chicken that your mom made. That one time.
Yes, one time I was so raw chicken.
It turns out your mom listens to the podcast.
Yes, I know. But like,
Mom, you made raw chicken and scarred your daughter for life.
There was an instance where I was like, this is raw. It was actually my dad.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense.
I was in a play, and then we had rehearsals, and I was like, I gotta go. And my dad's like, you have to eat something before you go. And he served me this chicken that he had just grilled.
Yeah.
And half of it was raw. Like I cut into it, and I was like, it's raw. And he goes, it's fine, eat it.
Did you eat it?
Because the outside was burned. And he's like, it's clearly done. Because I think what he did is take like a frozen piece of chicken or something. And like, he's like, clearly it's done. It's like practically black on the outside. Like it's charred.
Yeah.
And I was like, but it's raw inside. And I was like, how much do I have to eat before I can go? And he was like, half of it or something.
We have the same conversation with Lily.
Yeah. And so I was just like, I ate as much as I could that was cooked. And I remember being like, I hate chicken. It's
Okay,
just
but
so
yeah,
gross to me now.
now, well, even because I
No,
make
your
chicken all the
chicken's
time.
fine. It's just
Yeah.
like I don't love the flavor. I love
Oh,
the
okay.
flavor of chicken when it's with a soy sauce and it's rice
Yeah.
and there's green onion in it and stuff like the flavors combined. But what you're talking about is an explosion of chicken flavor. And that doesn't
Yes.
sound like something I would like.
But it's got, yeah, okay, that makes sense.
That's
Yeah,
fine.
and you don't eat the
You don't
skin
have
off your
to.
chicken
Yeah,
either. Yeah.
yeah, that's totally
Okay, so
fine.
well, can I make you a beef one? I don't know if I have a beef left over.
I don't like ramen.
Okay, so that's the thing. Yeah, you don't.
So we just have different tastes. It's
I know
fine.
it's just hard.
Whereas,
Like, how do you
I
not
love
like ramen?
Italian food. You could take it or leave it.
I like Italian food.
Yeah, but
I just
not
don't
as
like
your
just.
go-to.
I don't like just regular pasta. Like you just like spaghetti.
Yeah.
Like that's not Italian food.
Well, that's true. Yeah.
I like fettuccine alfredo, and I like the pasta with like those white sauces, and like
That's Alfredo.
and like meatballs and
Sure.
sausage.
I know, and I would
things.
like all of those things too if we had them. But when I don't, it's just pasta.
It's true. Yeah. So a lot of people want an update on Lily.
Okay.
It's been a while, like because they're like, oh, you used to talk about Lily all the time. So
Yeah,
it is spring break for Lily happening right now. So we're spending a lot of Lily time.
Yeah.
And just I guess so let's give a quick rundown on what Lily's been going through. If you want the update, we're into magic right now.
Yes, very into magic. Playing cards like magic tricks.
I got a deck of cards, and she discovered it, and I was like, oh, let me show you a magic trick because I know like 2 magic tricks. And so I showed her. She's like,
I know.
And so now I've been teaching her magic tricks, and we've looked up magic tricks and things like that. I got her own deck of cards, and so we're doing magic.
It's very cute. I like that because she's into it, and they're easy, simple tricks.
Yeah.
And they're exciting. And so she does them on me because I don't know anything about magic.
Yeah.
And so I go, yay, and she's very proud of herself.
Yeah.
She's having school drama.
Yeah.
A lot of friend socialization issues.
And they're at the age of this.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
There's a girl at school that's not particularly nice to her, yet somehow she really likes her. And so she wants to always play with her. But whenever the two of them get together, they butt heads, probably because they're really alike.
Yeah.
And so there was an incident at school where this group of girls were being mean to each other, and Lily was part of that group, and we asked her involvement, and she said that she yelled at a friend and that she was trying to prevent a friend from playing a game because each of them were cutting in front of each other.
Yeah.
So she wasn't the only one, but like one friend pretended to kick another friend. That wasn't Lily. There was tongues stuck out. There was names called. Lily says she wasn't a part of that, but she did own up to yelling and trying to prevent a friend from playing.
Yeah, she's been pretty honest, but I mean,
she's been pretty honest, but but her teacher has separated the girls and said that they're no longer allowed to play together for recess, that they kind of need to take a break from each other.
Yeah.
And that's been really hard to navigate as a parent.
Yeah, well, what's making it so like other than we have no say and we can't really do anything about it. Like and that's what it was like when we were in school too. Like we had to figure out this whole life thing at school, and that's what she's there for. And so we can't really navigate it or help her navigate it because she needs to figure it out on her own. But what's been difficult for you?
For what's been difficult for me is providing the empathy for the situation, because now as a grown up and having gone through this, I kind of go, well, just don't play with her anymore.
Yeah.
Like she's obviously like not a great friend to you. She's obviously saying mean things to you. Why do you even like her? And I have to check all of that because she's doing this for the first time.
Yeah.
So I have to say, like, what's a way that you guys can play together where you feel like happy playing with her? Or what's a way that can minimize the discomfort? Or how much discomfort are you willing to take before you realize that maybe we shouldn't be playing with her? Kind of facilitating those conversations as opposed to being like, well, I'm never going to let her over to our house before. It's like, I don't want to just take away friendships where I would totally do that in my life right now.
Yeah.
Like,
she's
you're an ass to me? I'm never going to hang out with you again.
She's got to learn how to navigate.
She's got to figure it out.
Asses, because like they're out there. Everywhere.
Yes.
You're going to run into them. You can't just walk away. So you've got to learn how to deal with it. So yeah, it is tough to not just step in and solve the problem. So
you're not going to solve the problem.
Yeah, exactly.
They have to solve it. But to minimize that pain of like, well, just don't play with them anymore.
Yeah.
Like for her, that's not an option. And I have to keep remembering that that's not an option until she comes up with it. So
yeah.
leading her to that decision is very difficult.
But this brings up another thing where Kristen therapizes me.
Oh, goody.
So you're a therapist, marriage and family therapist. I know. And so I thought we should start using that in these segments. And I wanted to bring something to you. And I feel like you're going to switch into therapy mode when I bring it up. I briefly mentioned it, but we'll talk about it more here. So I'm filling in for a bowling league at Kingpins in Portland. And this particular team we were bowling, it was all dudes, all bros, all like ballers and bowlers and bros. Like they were like, yeah, high five, big high fives. Like they work out, big energy, big bro energy. And there was like, I was noticing there that there was ass slapping and like hugging and camaraderie, a lot of
physical contact,
a lot of physical touching, and like not in like an interested way. Like they weren't doing it because they were.
It wasn't sexual.
It wasn't sexual. That's the word.
It wasn't
sexual.
Friendly.
It was very much like on a football field or like sportsman like. And first of all, I don't think of bowling like that as like that kind of sport.
At all.
I do think of it as a sport, but I don't think of it as that kind of sport.
Right.
It's a very solo sport. So it was a little weird. I immediately was like, oh God, I shut down immediately. And then there was one guy who's a good bowler, super nice, and he just kept getting close to people. And I don't like people getting close. And so he would like grab him, like lean over like this and like whisper in the ear, like, man, you're doing such a good job. Like you just keep that up.
Oh yeah.
And like, I was just like, huh. Like I immediately started shutting down and just like, that is like super uncomfortable for me. And so I thought I'd bring it to the therapist and you and be like, why do you think that I had that? Is it because it's odd? Or is it because I have a problem with male affection?
Well, I would imagine. Well, it's not even what I would imagine. Okay. What do you think it is?
Well, I don't know. It's just like it.
What about the physicality of another man is uncomfortable to you?
They're just uncomfortably close. Like it doesn't matter male or female. Like anybody, I don't like people uncomfortably close to me.
Why?
And I don't know. I don't know what it is.
You don't have to have a reason.
No, I know.
I'm just curious if there is one.
My bubble is big. I've got a pretty big bubble, and I don't know. It feels invasive. I think it may be because I'm like an introvert.
Okay.
But yeah, I just have a thing about people. Like it makes me super uncomfortable immediately. Probably something that happened to me when I was a kid, but like as of now, it just makes me uncomfortable. And so to see that, maybe that triggers the uncomfortableness.
Is there a part of you that wishes you were comfortable with it?
On some level, I think so. I think that they're like, because I like the bromanship of it. Like I like because I don't have any friends.
Yeah.
So I like the like, yeah, like I could do without the ass slapping and the hugging and stuff like that. I think it was just maybe the camaraderie that they had that I don't have with anybody.
If somebody were to come up to you and give you a little tap on the tushy,
yeah,
or whisper, "You're doing a great job," into your ear, how would you handle that situation?
Well, I'd shut down. I wouldn't say anything. I'm like, thanks, man.
Yeah, but would you not vocalize that this is making you uncomfortable?
No.
So you would continue to suffer through it?
Yeah, guys don't do that.
And why do you feel like you have to put your comfortableness into a box so that you don't express it to others? Like, why do you have to shut down instead of using your words to say, hey, I don't love that?
Well, I guess it would be more, it's not that I'm not, I don't know. I guess like, I don't feel like it's necessary for me to say something, I guess, because it's not, they didn't mean any harm by it.
No, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But why can't you express your boundary? I guess like, hey, this is a little close.
If he kept doing it, that might be different. Like if he was just like every time I bent over, he was like, I think I had eventually be like, all right, bro. Like,
yeah, that would be a little weird, especially if no one else is doing it.
Open shut. Like I'm like, all right, let's calm that down. But like a default, like, hey, a little slap on the butt, I'd be like, all right, that was weird. And then I'd be fine with that. I wouldn't have to say anything. But yeah, it would only be if it was a continued problem, I guess, because he didn't know it makes me uncomfortable. It's a very common thing for people. And so I would just be like, well, that's a common thing that most people enjoy. I'll let this one slide.
I know, but that's harassment, right? Like you understand you've justified harassment. That's what women go through daily in the office building, where it's like, oh, I'm sure he didn't mean that in a sexual way, and I'm not going to say anything about that because I
women to speak up.
I'm sure that's just how that person is, but it makes me uncomfortable. Yeah. And if it's going to affect your bowling performance, like I wonder how uncomfortable you have to get before you'll say something.
Well, thinking about that, like if a girl did it, would it be weirder? I think that would probably I would probably say something if a girl was doing it, I guess, and because then it would feel like it was a sexual thing. Whereas like if a guy did it, it feels like very bro sportsman-y.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because that's what they do in like baseball and football. Like I never did any of that, but that's what guys do. But if a girl did it, I wouldn't feel like there was like a sport thing.
So how would you express that boundary then?
I have no idea.
There's no way you would.
I would just avoid being around her when I bowled.
Yeah, you would just find a new
or just face her front. I just face her this way.
Just walk like
I'm like, you're not gonna tap me in the crotch. So like
yeah, I mean, there's lots to explore there. Right?
So,
there's a lot to talk about why you're so hesitant for any kind of affection and especially attention from men.
Yeah.
We won't get into all of that today, but thank you for opening up a little bit.
Thank you for my therapy session. This has been Kristen Therapizes Me.
I didn't really do anything. Just ask questions.
Yes, well, I mean, that's basically what you do.
That's all I do.
You ask the right questions, and now I have to question everything. So thank you for listening to the podcast, and we'll catch you tomorrow.